Batman Caped Crusader is a striking animated take on the Dark Knight's early days, protecting a very noir-inspired Gotham. But hold on to your pearls. Caped Crusader also remixes the Batman mythology and presents iconic characters as never before. And here to tell us more are Hamish Linklater, Jamie Chung, and Minnie Driver. Welcome, folks.
Thanks
a lot for joining us at Comic-Con.
Thank you.
What do you think of the view?
I'm vibing.
Pretty cool,
This is
right?
really
This is
sweet,
the way
yeah.
to do it. You guys had your panel today. Very exciting. I want to start, though, by talking about one of the creative leads of this show, which is Bruce Timm. He's one of the most trusted creative stewards of this character. Did having him involved free you up to take more risks in your performances?
No, it was terrifying, right? I mean, he is the legend. I was terrified and frightened, but then also the description, like the voice description of the character, they gave us nothing. So you just I had to come prepared for a full range. But, you know, once he was like, no, I don't like what you did with that, and trying new things, that kind of gave us the freedom.
I love that he's still so passionate
Yeah.
about this amazing, iconic character and the world around it and Gotham, and is clearly so devoted to it that you feel safe when someone has that kind of love and commitment for, and is the creative guide. I felt safe and happy.
Me, initially terrified, yes, and then very quickly comfortable. Maybe a year later. Never will be comfortable.
I've seen the first few episodes, and you very much all feel very comfortable in the roles. I want to start, Hamish, with you. Every actor that plays Batman has to make a choice about how they're going to differentiate Batman from Bruce Wayne. Can you talk about your process for doing that here?
Well, Bruce Timm said this great thing at the very beginning, which is Batman is Batman. Bruce Wayne is the invention. Bruce Wayne is the mask. So that sort of freed me up. With the Bruce part of it. I mean, it was a wonderful challenge to create this sort of 1940s playboy, this Lothario, but also, what would a guy who lives in a mask in a cave imagine a 1940s Lothario would sound like? So that's the sort of mental gymnastics I asked myself to do.
And that kind of continues on, Minnie, to your character, which you revealed at the panel today, is Oswalda Cobblepot. You are playing the Penguin, the first ever female Penguin. That's so exciting.
Yes.
How about, what were your inspirations for this role, that sort of 40s vibe?
Well, I like what you said.
We were talking about this backstage.
You said something so brilliant that was so, I'd never thought about it, and you were absolutely correct, that you said, because what did it inspire?
The Penguin has big Mama Fratelli vibes in this show, okay? Because not only is she this kind of large, imposing figure, very powerful, she's also got these two idiot sons played by Paul Scheer, who's just crushing that role, that dual role. But yeah, it's such an exciting vision of that character.
And you're absolutely right. Like, she is a proper 40s gangster. Imagine the fact that she has this offshore gambling nightclub ship, the Iceberg, which is so heavenly, and so I never think about the river in Gotham, like even though there it is, and there she has her wonderful cabaret, a cabaret singing gangster, gnarly. She's a gnarly penguin. Like, she does terrible things. I mean, I know the Penguin traditionally has done terrible things, but I feel like these might be the most terrible things that any penguin has ever done.
I would agree, actually.
It's pretty Shakespearean.
Yeah.
I did a big wait, what?
When I read it, I was like, wait, I'm sorry, okay.
I think we can safely say the Penguin introduces herself in quite a intimidating fashion.
Definitely.
Yeah.
As a cannibal?
No, we can't say that. Jamie, another big surprise to this show so far. I haven't seen all of it, but I've seen a little bit. And what I know so far is that we're spending a lot more time with Harleen Quinzel than Harley Quinn in the early part of the season. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, you know, very similar to how he flipped the script for Batman. Bruce wanted Harleen to be very bubbling and welcoming and like disarming, you know, as a psychiatrist. But as Harley Quinn, he wanted slower and more menacing, and so that was kind of a fun little trip because the original Harley is just psychotic.
Yeah. Well, we're in a bit of a Harley renaissance
Yes.
too right now. The character's kind of never been more popular than now. How did you approach it to like put your own spin on it? What was the thing that you really the mark you wanted to leave on that role?
God. I think the mark was to reinvent her in a new way. You know, I mean, Arlene Sorkin did such an incredible job, and it's timeless. Her work is legendary. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted. There's so much shit going on.
It's slightly sensory
No, it's
overload
great.
back
It's
here.
like being in the Coliseum. I'm having
Well, there's a little one right there.
I'm having flashbacks.
Well, I want to get back to the way that you guys record this show. I know when they were making Batman the animated series, they would often record together the cast.
Did they?
Did you get the opportunity to do that at all here?
This is our first time meeting.
Yeah.
we've
Wow.
never met.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you wish you had had that experience, or do you like to focus in the room on kind of nailing your
The
performance?
day's young, but they seem nice.
Like you might be able to do a couple
I
more
would
of these
like
together
to-
and not kill each
I
other.
would really like when I hear it. I can hear that you're not. I can feel that you're not there, and I wonder what would have happened if we'd been together.
Yeah,
I would
if
love.
we had
I
been in
would-
the room and you could have been like,
I would have loved to see, like, to explore what that looked like. But when you're doing voiceovers, you're so rarely with the other actors. Like I did the whole of Tarzan without ever meeting a single
Really?
person. It's obviously that's part of the art of it. But I think it's a huge luxury if you can be with another actor. I would love to do that one day. It'd be great.
Do you have any personal characters from the Batman universe that you think would make a really good fit for this sort of 40s noir setting that the show is taking place in?
Well, who's not already in it? I'm trying to think.
FDR.
Hey, there you go.
Hey!
Yeah, there are
Oh my
references
God,
to the
you're
real
so
world.
clever. It's because you're obsessed with being an American president, isn't
I know.
it? It's because you are secretly.
Lincoln, we got a
Abraham
Lincoln
Lincoln.
vibe. We could put a Lincoln hat on
No,
top of that.
I mean, he's referenced more than anything ever. You've referenced at least 5 U.S. presidents, and it's only 11:30 in the morning.
It was an old junket material. That's all I've got.
That's
By the way,
the day is
but
young.
But it's
Fresh.
actually an amazing idea. That's so great. If he was a friend of Commissioner Gordon.
Well, isn't it so awesome in Annie when FDR shows
Yes.
up in Annie? Maybe Annie could be in the show.
Annie and FDR
But
confirmed.
also, maybe Hoover could be a villain.
Oh, there you go. That could be as
Could
well.
it
Maybe
not
Hoover.
be.
Hoover could be mates with one of the.
The rogue league
could
of
be-
presidents.
Wait, it could be the Penguin's first husband.
Much mystery ahead of us.
Kids are so dumb.
That's why the kid. By the way, it writes itself.
We have a lot to look forward to from the show, so we can't get too ahead of ourselves. I do want to end with one thing. Hamish, it is a rite of passage for any Batman to say 2 very specific words. And I was wondering for the folks here at Comic-Con if you might speak those words into that microphone right there.
I'm Batman.
Oh my God, thank you. Oh man, I almost said Batman. That is how good that
Are
was.
you okay, Hamish?
Ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye out for Batman Caped Crusader. I'm emotional too. Oh my God, that was incredible. Keep an eye out for Batman Caped Crusader on Amazon Prime this August. We have plenty more from Comic-Con coming. Stick around.